Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend and Glenn here. I'm excited to be reporting from the finally open Le Meridien downtown in Fort Worth, Texas. I got Chasteen over here. He's the general manager who helped bring this property to life. It's so great to see you, man.
Great to see you again too, Glenn.
Yeah, so I was here twice while this place is under construction. I kept wondering what was going to be here, what mysteries would be unveiled, and now we finally get to see. How's it feel to get this place open?
It's great. Yeah, it was certainly a great experience opening this. Picking the team and working with them from the ground up has really been instrumental. Really, yeah, excited to have this beautiful hotel open.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at it in just a minute or two, but I got to ask you, it seems like Fort Worth downtown is really going through this revitalization period, just like the building we're in right now that you gave all of this care to. Could you tell us a little bit about what the building was and how you made it an awesome adaptive reuse project?
Absolutely. This building has a rich history.
Yeah.
The first 5 floors were actually built in 1928 as the Biltmore Ramp Garage,
Right.
For early automobile owners. Essentially, you would pay for a token to gain entry into the garage. You would get a tune-up, a fill-up, and then get to park your car while
That's
you're
pretty
going Fort Worth. And so we actually incorporated a few of those bits of history into associate recognition and things like that, and actually had replica tokens made, and I have one for you, Glenn.
Oh, awesome.
But that's the
Oh, I love these things.
replica of the Biltmore Ramp garage.
That's awesome. Thanks, man.
And so in 1968, they actually added on the remaining floors and turned it into a hotel Annex. In 2008, the building shut down and it sat vacant for about 18 years.
Wow.
And so everything is brand new on the inside. And so, yeah, we're really excited to have it open.
It's pretty amazing that the building has the foundation and structure that they could just add something on top of it.
Yes, yeah, the original architect planned to be able to do that.
Right. So I would hope so.
It's really great.
Awesome. So let's go around this way and take a look. Why don't you tell us what we're taking a look at, and feel free to lead the way.
Yeah, so this is the La Meridien Hub, which is a brand standard. Essentially, it's a space where all of our guests can congregate as a communal space, do some work, and then meet people as you're traveling. And then going a little bit further is Bouvier Brasserie. That's our 3-meal restaurant. It's a French cuisine with a Texas twist. And then we also have our lobby bar, which if you look right now, it's set for coffee and tea service.
Yep, which I had this morning.
Excellent,
By the way, it's very good coffee.
We serve illy coffee,
Yeah.
an espresso. And then in the evenings, we actually close these white panels, and then it reveals a black backsplash. And that's where our liquor is.
Oh, that's really cool. All right, so let me take a look at this really quick. This is clever. I've been seeing more and more of these things in bars, because this way you don't have to lock it up in an ugly sort of a way.
Absolutely.
At the end of the evening, and then boom, it just kind of reveals itself, and it probably makes it really quick to do the flipping time in order to open that up.
It does, yeah. And our lights are automatic and really creates the vibe as well as the music. These teacups, though, are one of my favorite pieces of design. The design element was actually your illy coffee cups, and the paintings is a local Texas artist, and she paints prominent Texas women on the front of them. So you can actually have them custom made, so if you have any gift ideas.
I love it. All right, so I'm going to take a quick look at this brasserie, but we're not going to linger since there are people seated there. That looks pretty good. Why go with the brasserie type of concept here in downtown Fort Worth?
Well, Fort Worth is a very steak-heavy location, as you can imagine.
Yeah, the first 50 on Yelp were like steak this, steak that.
Absolutely. So we wanted to do something a little bit different. Really excited about the menu. And then also just the location. We didn't want to have a fine dining experience right off of the elevator. And so we wanted to try a brasserie concept.
Awesome. All right, so I think we should probably go up to the lounge. What do you say about that?
Let's do it.
All right, Chase, so we're up here at that Annex. We just got off the elevator. What are we going to see?
So this is our crowning jewel, the Rooftop Lounge Annex, named after the original hotel. Here we are open every day of the week. We have live music on Fridays and Saturdays.
Awesome.
And have a craft cocktail list, excellent wine list as well.
All right, so let's take a look around. So we're all the way up on the roof. I love the whole idea of the rooftop bar. What was the aesthetic that you folks are trying to look at here? Trying to create?
Yeah, so the designer really wanted to bring elements of the mid-century modern design into the hotel.
Which matches the structure of the building.
Exactly, the realist architecture of the building, as well as really the time that the brand was conceived, right? So La Meridien was developed around 1968. And so, yeah, they really wanted to incorporate some of the timeliness of.
Yes, and I will say, I've been in the business long enough to remember, like, learning about La Meridien back in the 1990s, and at the time, they were one of the only brands who were really focused on being very focused on the neighborhood and creating something that was a more artsy appeal that really reflected the culture and the tenor of the places that they were located in. Now you see that, like, absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, you can actually see it right behind me here. There's an Hermes scarf. And so, of course, Hermes from Paris, and then it also incorporates the cowboy cowgirl elements in the design. And in the guest rooms, which we'll see here in a little bit, there's also the Hermes type design on the wallpaper.
That's cool, and I love the view of the convention center that's out there. We can't really see it too well here because it's a little far, but it's right across the street. Just looks far in the camera. But I will say we'd go outside normally, but I'm too cold. It's in the 30s.
Yes,
in Texas.
it is. It is a little too late today, which is why it's so great that we have these nano walls. They actually open up accordion style. We also have the screen element there, so really have a indoor and outdoor use in here.
And that's really important thing too, to be able to incorporate the indoor and outdoor. That's following a lot of the design trends that we're seeing. You know, I talk a lot about biophilic design, the whole idea of bringing the outdoors indoors. And this is literally helping you breach that space. One of the other cool things that I like seeing at hotels with that focus on pools is sometimes they'll have one bar with half of it out towards the pool area and the other half in the lobby, which does a great job too. So you're really able to capture all 4 seasons with having such a simple solution like that.
It adds a lot of flexibility. And, you know, we've had a lot of happy hours out here, a lot of social events. We also have quite a bit of interest in meetings and events as well.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to see what this place is like later.
All right.
When it's open. Let's go check out some rooms. All right. So the first room we're going to check out is a suite here at the Le Meridien. Let's do it. Woo. Here we go.
All right.
All right. Beautiful. Great first impression. I love the appeal. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what the thoughts were behind creating this impressive design here?
So, yeah, we actually have 2 different suites, 2 on each floor. And this is our junior suite. We really wanted to give a space that was good for both families or our ambassadors that are traveling by themselves and here for work. So a really great productive area right here, and then a pull-out sofa. There are 2 closets in these rooms. All of our guest rooms have Illy coffee makers, refrigerators, and then a little wet bar over here.
And also a great place to put my keys and wallet and all of that kind of stuff so I don't forget it.
Yes, yeah, right. Actually, it's good that you caught on that because it took us a few weeks before we figured out what those were actually for.
Well, listen, as a frequent traveler, I'm very focused on having a set of systems all of the time. I've got to put things in the same exact place so I don't forget them. In fact, just before I came here to do this interview, I made sure everything was in the right place. So when I do, unfortunately, have to leave later, I won't forget anything behind. Or maybe I will on purpose, so I'll have to come back. All right, let's take a look at the bedroom.
Absolutely. So bedroom is right this way.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I really love the design elements with the lighting. There's a circle theme throughout the building, if you haven't picked up on it yet, but elements of that throughout. We also have the QR code on the nightstand. We didn't want it to be, in your face, and we didn't want to commoditize the room.
Right.
But the QR code is so our guests have the ability to order in-room dining on their phone.
That's awesome.
And our thermostats are also very high tech. They're integrated with our property management system. We can also remote access them at any point in time from any location, which is really great.
And of course, we've got this beautiful large bathroom in here with one of my favorite design elements. That's right. The handle where you don't have to get soaking wet and try to pull a stunt so you don't get cold water on you. And, for those of you who've been following the saga, I'm very delicate and I don't like to have a cold arm. It mismatches with the rest of my body, and that is not a good feeling. This is great. It's really well lit in here, and it just feels super clean and modern, but has that mid-century modern real feel about the entire thing. Congratulations to the designer on bringing together those 2 aesthetics. Yeah, we're going to go take a look at a deluxe room right now. And of course, we've got the bathroom has a lot of the same elements, of course, just a smaller footprint there. And coming into here, again, really nice and clean lines. I love this. I didn't say this in the suite, but this design here really just evokes that mid-century modern to me, particularly with the paneling board that's over there. Just it's the best of that era. Also, Chase, thanks for the really comfortable bed and pillows, and the sheets are really super awesome. So I slept very well last night.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
You didn't get your arm cold in the shower, so that's great.
I know. I know.
We're
So far,
too.
a perfect day. Now, if you can make it less cold here, we'll be in good shape. So also a good working area over here as well, and a place to either hang out or put your luggage. Excellent. Let's go take a look downstairs.
So this is our library space, and La Meridien as a brand puts a lot of focus on not only design, but also board games. And so it's a brand requirement that we have at least one board game on property. So we did it up really big here at La Meridien Fort Worth. We've got Scrabble, Monopoly, chess, Jenga, and of course the foosball.
I like the foosball table.
Yeah, on a really stressful day, we come here and
Yeah.
and get that out. But it's a great
I like how
space.
they're getting in some headstands over here.
Yeah.
These guys.
You know, our owner in the design phase wanted a space that guests could come while their kids are at the pool and they can get a little bit of work done, but still be in close proximity. So yeah, beautiful space. We also sell this as a war room for some of our meeting guests.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So let's walk straight across to where the pool area is, and you can see exactly what Chase is talking about, how conveniently located it is right across the hall. All right. So this is really nice. Again, we're filming this in the middle of winter on a particularly cold day, so nobody's out here yet. This is great. So how was this incorporated when you already had a building here?
Yeah, so, well, this was the top floor of the garage, the Biltmore Ramp garage, right? And so this pool was actually here, although it was deeper at one point.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so what we did, though, is we actually added on the floor system, which is actually sitting about 6 to 8 inches off the ground. And so whenever it gets wet, the water just falls right through the cracks. Same thing on the turf. So it dries up really nicely. And then we also use this for event space. So the nano walls I was mentioning up in the rooftop lounge, we also have them over here on the left. That's our pre-function space to our meeting rooms. And so this is a great, again, mixed use space whenever the weather's nice for our meeting guests. All right, welcome to our fitness center. This is our techno gym. We've got state-of-the-art techno gym equipment. You can plug in. You can also connect via Bluetooth, scan the QR code, and watch your own personal content, and it'll log you out after each session. We also have 2 Peloton bikes, plenty of free weights, and a lot of space in here.
Wow, a whole lot of space in here.
Yeah.
Hello. I like the free weights as well. Are you seeing a lot of usage of
We are.
space?
Yes, and guests love the space and use it quite a bit, actually, which, you know, fitness centers have been probably for the last, 20 years, something that is a deciding factor for a lot of our guests. And so they put a lot of focus on making sure that we had the best equipment and then plenty of space.
We've come a long way from taking a room out of service and throwing in a treadmill,
Yes.
a bike or something like that. Water and some really pretty looking fruit. Chase, tell me a little bit about what the meeting market is like down here and how your rooms are accommodating that audience.
Yeah, so we do host quite a few events already, which we're really excited about. We have 2 boardrooms and then 1 breakout space, pre-function space, as well as Chisholm Trail, the room that we're in right now. This is our largest meeting room, the Chisholm Trail Ballroom. It can split into 2 different sections. And again, the technology, I think, is my favorite piece, maybe besides the floor-to-ceiling windows, which you don't often see in meeting space. But the technology is really neat. Over here, you'll see a touchpad. That's how we control the lighting as well as the music. You can actually plug in a microphone directly into the wall or a receiver directly into the wall, and then be able to control it directly from here.
Cool.
And so it minimizes, some of the guest AV needs, and it makes it a lot more adaptable. And then also the lighting can be controlled over there as well. But the really cool thing about it is whenever the air wall is closed, there's actually a laser sensor that tells the system that it's closed,
Right.
and it separates the two controls independently. But whenever the air wall is open, it controls the entire room, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. And guys, this is the type of technology that's going to help you reduce expenses in the long run. It's being thoughtful about those little things that are out there that really add up to big savings. So you really concepted a lot of these ideas during the construction process, right?
We did, yes. That was one of the things that a lot of us have experienced in our experience in the past.
Yeah.
Is whenever you have these air walls, most of the time that means you have to change programming, you have to call someone to set something up, and all of this is all automated, which is really nice. Something else I wanted to point out, though, these paintings right behind us here are design elements that are local to the city of Fort Worth. So we've got the old courthouse. We also have the Angel on Vast Performance Hall. And then over here to the left is the Fort Worth Water Gardens. And so, again, we want to make sure that our guests know that they're in Fort Worth whenever they're here. And so the design elements really help with that.
And I find that your design are more like nods and acknowledgments as opposed to being what you're supposed to focus on every single minute you're here. And I think that combined with that mid-century modern appeal really creates a nice balance between creating a very approachable, enjoyable stay experience. Chase, you got anything else for us?
No, I mean, I think the room really speaks for itself. It's a beautiful meeting space. I think the next stop is going to be our boardroom.
All right, check it.
So welcome to the Longhorn Boardroom. Whenever we were naming this, the owner went to Baylor and wanted to name it the Bear Boardroom, but Longhorn sounded a little bit better. But we met in the middle and painted it green. But yeah, beautiful space. It seats up to 12 people comfortably.
I got to stop you right there because this is not a boardroom. This is the meeting for the Knights of the Round Table. I can't over here. Really clever. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Hey, if your hotel has it, I'm sorry I haven't noticed it before, but I think this is a much better way to create more intimacy and a better way for people who are at the table to exchange ideas.
Absolutely. And, for this size hotel, it makes a lot of sense for us to have a space like this. I would say this room probably is sold more than any of our other rooms because it is so, flexible, and it's also very connected as well. You can actually plug in the HDMI directly into the table, runs through the ground up into our TV right over here. But again, the same inputs. You can, plug in your AV as well, plug in a microphone. I don't know why you would need it in a space this size. No, right? In case you did, we've got it all.
Well, there are some quiet talkers out there. Not us, Chase. Not us. Not us. All right, so we're back here in the lobby. Chase, man, thank you so much for showing us around. This has been a whole lot of fun today. But before I let you go, I gotta ask you, what is it like getting to run a brand new hotel as a young general manager?
It's an amazing experience. I think being part of this project for almost a year prior to opening was really great because, again, you get to recruit and pick your own team and then really instill the values that you find important. And so, associate engagement is always going to be one of the top things. And then, of course, the guest experience.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, and speaking of engagement, why not like, subscribe, and do all that following kind of stuff? Chase, man, this is really excellent. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys here either in Fort Worth or in another hotel tour soon. See you later.